Welcome all to Wesley Hazard's Spookadelic Spectacular. Well, I will frighten you not only with tales of the dark side, but with having to watch my skinny yet amazingly hairy legs and boxer briefs for a full 3 minutes. Frankenstein. One of the scariest creatures known to all of human imagination. But there's an untold story, an untold tale, something I'm going to give you tonight. All right, the limits of the human. Dr. Frankenstein was stymied. After all the creeping and self-doubt, the grave robbing, the decayed relationship, the back alley payoffs to midwives for buckets full of broken water, and the merciless ridicule of the other medical men, he had nearly realized the end goal of his life work. He stood ready to make a man. Well, nearly ready anyway. His lovingly assembled vessel was laid out rigid on the slab with its python arms, barrel chest, and legs like Bavarian oak. The brain, procured by Igor, was assured to be most genius, even if it seemed a little small. The body was a god's, lacking only lightning spark of life and one other thing besides. You see, absent from this artificial atom was that central marker of a man. His creature had no cock. Sad. Yes, no. At first, this had not troubled him. Victor had set out to prove himself by science and defy God. Bringing life to dead flesh stitched together would alone accomplish both. He told himself that sex and all its meaty implements would be superfluous to a living being poured from the hand and mind of a man rather than excreting from his testicles. But, being born a man himself, and so subconsciously obsessed by penises and their significance, he could not abide such a lack for very long, which led him to face the central question of his new endeavor. How big should the creature's piece be? The body in his lab measured 7 feet from head to toe. So for reasons beyond the sheer pride and giddiness that were inherent, for reasons rooted in classical aesthetics and proportionality, he felt a massive staff was in order, roughly corresponding to the arm of a toddler. That would prove difficult. While it was he, the embodied god of science, that would spark life in the shell, the raw materials had still undoubtedly originated from flesh made manifest by the Lord above. He'd have to pick and save and sew together from what was locally available. No man whose parts lay now before him had been much taller than the average height to be found in the rural alpine town. How was he to add this essential element without making his creature seem ridiculous? Victor himself had known the sting of giggles from a barmaid's drunken lips when he, a handsome man of means, and tall as well, had dropped his trousers and revealed a member somewhat smaller than what she had expected. In that moment of remembrance, he found another purpose, a mission superseding the mere generation of life. He draped a crisp white linen over his creation, gathered his books, shuttered his lab, and went off to ponder the secrets of growing flesh itself. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been Wes Hazard, and you have been amazing.
We're going for Wes Hazard.